So welcome to our late summer practice. Coming to seated, noticing the connection between the sit bones in the chair, the feet and the floor. Close the eyes, tune into the breath, and take the next few moments to prepare for your practice today. Become increasingly aware of the feelings, the sensations of your body as you practice. How the body moves with the breath, how the body changes with the breath. If there's any thoughts, any things that are creating busyness in your mind at the moment, think of having a big whiteboard adjacent to your chair. Write down those areas of concern on the whiteboard and park them there until the end of our practice. Now begin to even out the flow of the breath between your inhale and your exhale breaths. Observing the flow of the breath. And now begin to lengthen the exhale slightly longer than your inhale. Once you've established that pattern of breath, does it sound okay? The sounds up, we're good? Okay. Let's take 5 complete rounds of the breath with that extending our exhale slightly longer than our inhale. 2. 3. 4. 5. Set our blocks adjacent to the ankles. Take the arms to the side. With the next inhale breath, lift the arms overhead and draw the hands back to heart center. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This time, instead of drawing the hands back to heart center, take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Bring the right hand in as close to the sacrum as you can. Lengthen the spine towards the ceiling and twist right. Breathe here. And minimize the effort on the hands of taking you into the twist, and focus on the muscles of the lower belly of the core to take you deeper into the twist. On the next inhale, lift the top of the head towards the ceiling. Exhale. And now the right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh as we twist towards our left side. Breathe here. Once more, inhale, lift the top of the head towards the ceiling, and exhale, come back to center. Arms go to the side, lift the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, release the pointer fingers, lift out of the pelvis, and arc towards the right side. Inhale through center, arc left. Remember to keep those shoulder blades flat on the back and sliding down the back. Inhale back to center, arc right. Inhale, come back to center and arc left. Return to center, exhale, and release the arms to the side. Once again, draw the shoulder blades back, slide them down towards the waist. Inhale, lift out, make the spine nice and long. Draw the head back and think of hugging that grapefruit into the space between the collarbones, and exhale towards the right side. Try and even the weight on the right and left sit bones. Inhale, come back through center, and go left. Right, through center, left for 2. Through center, right for 3. Through center, right for 4. Through center, right for 5. And through center, right for 5, left for 5. Come back to center. Stretch the arms out towards the sides of the room. Draw the shoulder blades back. Take the thumbs to point behind you. Feel how that turns brings the shoulder blades back on flat onto the back, and then bring the thumbs to point towards the ceiling, keeping the shoulder blades in position. Draw the shoulder blades in towards the spine. Then exhale, reach the left hand over the right and walk the fingertips onto the shoulder blades. Walk the keep. And either stay here or bring the hands together, lift the elbows, and see if the hands will move forward any amount. Release back, stretch the arms out. And now right hand comes over the left. Walk the fingertips onto the shoulder blades. And either stay here or bring the fingertips to the opposite palm. And breathe here. Take the breath in between the shoulder blades and expand that area of the upper back. Let's release and let the shoulder unwind the arms and roll the shoulders forward, up, back, slide down, forward, up, back, glide down, forward, up, back, and down. Find the breath once again. And let's come down to the feet. Take a look at the feet. They should be about hip distance apart. And that line from the base of the second toe to the center of the ankle, approximately parallel. Curl the toes of the right foot and draw the heel, right heel forward. Once again, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then dig the toes in and shove back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll repeat with the right foot. Curl the toes under, drag the heel forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And dig in, press back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And come all the way back. Come over to the left foot. Curl the toes in, pull the heel forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And push in to go back for 1, 6. Draw forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And push in and go back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's stretch the right foot out in front. And just to help you mobilize that right hip, you might shift the body just towards the right side of the chair and take the fingers onto the head of the hip bone and feel it rotate in as you move the right leg out to the side. Keep the toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Drag that foot back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and on the 12th one, let's hold it out, bring the foot flat on the floor, and then take that left hand up in the air and arc back towards the outstretched leg. Inhale, come back to center, and let's draw the right leg in. So shift yourself now slightly towards the left side of the chair. Position on the hip bone and feel that hip bone rotate out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Drop the foot. And lift that other arm up. And then arc back towards the outstretched leg. Breathe here. Inhale, come back up and draw that leg in. Let's just come back and let the knees sway gently from side to side. So remember the emphasis we've been putting on keeping that core firm when we're twisting and when we're arcing. So again, it can make it easier to arc if you let the spine round towards the back of the chair, but just try and keep that tone in the front body. So let's just start with the pelvic floor. And just think of the pelvic floor and think of the two sit bones and think of the two sit bones moving in towards one another like the doors of an elevator that are closing. And release. Inhale. Draw them in towards one another. And exhale, and let's do that one more time. Bring the sit bones together. And release. Now, think of the base of the pubic bone and the tailbone, and now we're going to try and draw in front to back. So drawing in front to back, again, thinking of those elevator doors closing. And release. Close the doors. And release. And final time, close the doors. And release. Now coordinate the movement of the sit bones, pubic bone, and the tailbone. So come in from all four directions at once. And release. Once more. And release. And final time. And release. Firm up the muscles of the lower belly, the belly. Contain the ribs. Draw the shoulders back. Draw the head back to stack over the spine. And just come to our strongest seated mountain pose. One more complete breath here. Interlace the fingers around the right shin and draw the right shin in towards the right armpit and flex and point the toes. Circle one direction, circle the opposite direction. And either use your strap or your fingers on the big toe. Stretch that leg out towards in front of you and draw that leg in. Stretch out for 2, draw in for 2, and stretch out for 3, and draw in for 3. Release the foot. So the foot comes onto the sole or to the side. Sole of the right foot is on the side of the left foot. And let that leg gently open out towards the right side. Supporting the right knee with the right hand, close the leg in. Interlace the fingers once more, find the non-dominant interlace, and draw the left knee in towards the left Shoulder flex and point the toes. Circle in both directions. See if you can reach down and grasp the toe or use your strap around the foot and stretch that leg out and draw it in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release the sole of the left foot to the edge, the inside edge of the right foot, and let that leg open gently out towards the left side. Support the left knee with the left hand and draw it in towards center. Right. Hopefully you have your weights handy. So sitting towards the front of our chair, let's repeat that action of arcing the upper body towards the side, but this time with the weights. So we've got a little more weight that's going to add to the momentum. So make sure we're controlling that momentum. The other thing is avoid rounding as we go sides. That work we did to create awareness in the front body, we're starting from the pelvic floor all the way up that front chain of muscles. Use that to keep the spine stacked as we exhale and lean left or right for 1. 1. Trying to isolate the movement in the spine. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. Almost no movement in the waist. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. And 12. And 12. Bring the weights up, palms open towards the ceiling. Hug the elbows into the lowest ribs. And again, build that strong core, the strong front of the body. Open the arms out to the side for 1 and draw the weights back to touch. 1, 2. Keep the upper chest open. 2. 2. Feel the shoulder blades gliding in and out on the back. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 11. 11. And 12. And 12. Come back to the weights in front. Extend the weights down to the floor for 1. and control all the way down for 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12, and release weights down to the side. Let's take the weights up, take the hands to cactus position, bring the elbows in for 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Try and keep those 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Release the weights down. Let's just do one more. We'll do that one more exercise for the triceps. You can take one weight now. Let's take the shoulder up, take the arm behind us, or take the arm out to the side and reach it back. So either works. This is just requires a little less mobility of the shoulder, or you can take the arm overhead. So the hand coming across is just to isolate the action into the tricep, lift that arm up, try and get that tricep parallel to the floor, and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Switch to the opposite side. And I'll do this side, just taking the arm overhead. So either way, working the same muscle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Release the weights, set them aside. So let's do our core work now. And come back. Stretch the legs out in front of you. So these are chair version of crunches. Now remember, when we're doing the crunch, we're not curling the front body, we're keeping that front body straight, and we're using that whole line of muscles, that one we worked on, all the way down through the belly, right to the pelvic floor. So let's cross our arms across. And if you want to add to the challenge, you could always add your weights here. So strengthen those front body muscles and control your movement back towards the back of the chair for 1, 2, 3, no C curves, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we're going to hold when we come back for 12. So back for 12, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back to center. Reverse the cross of the arms. And again, if you felt your form was good coming to the end, keep the weights. If you felt your form was starting to suffer when you came to that 12th rep, set the weights aside and just do it with your body weight. So let's go back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And we'll hold that one back again for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back to center. If you had your weights, set them aside. So we'll do one more bit of work with the core. Of course, everything does involve core work, but we'll do one more thing that really focuses ourselves on the core. So grasp the edge of the chair, bring the heels underneath the knees, and lift away for reverse table for 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and return. Come back to center and let those legs sway side to side. Let's turn ourselves towards the right side of the chair and bring the right thigh onto the chair. Angle the left leg out in front of us. And take a moment here to get your stance and to tune into the core and to really get that strength in the core. So again, we're not rounding back. We've got that core nice and strong. The spine stacked. Let's bring the chair side arm to rest on the back of the chair and lift one arm overhead. And just breathe here. Let the body find its way into this pose. And let's take the other arm up. Let's bring the right elbow onto the right knee and twist away from the chair. And take that left arm into the air. And you think of pressing into the hand forward to move that shoulder back. Bring the left elbow onto the left knee and now twist towards the chair. Perhaps lift the arm overhead. Inhale, come back to center. And now bring that outside leg straight down from the hip. Roll the hip forward. Firm up the core and lift the arms overhead. One or both or no arms. Toes are curled under. Let's bring that chair side arm back and now stretch that outside foot back and working that outside leg towards straight. So our runner's lunge supported on the chair. Again, we can take no arms, one arm, or both arms overhead. And drop the heel. Come into warrior two. Let's draw the left leg in, come back to center. Excuse me. Turn and face in the opposite direction. So again, supporting the chair side thigh and creating as much or as little freedom as you want in that outside leg. Let's first just angle the legs into a V. You can sit, find the firmness, find that core strength. Maybe lift one arm or both arms. Bend the left elbow to the left knee and open up to the side. Now bend the outside elbow, take it to the outside knee, and twist back towards the chair. Bring the hand to the back of the chair. Take the outside knee below the hip. Curl the toes under. Lift one, no arms, one arm, or both arms. Keep that core strong. So we're not letting the lower ribs come out. Keep drawing those lower ribs in, lifting the pelvic floor, firming the core. Release. And now let's stretch that outer leg back and work it towards straight. And we might just even flex and extend the knee just to see if we can find a little more extension in that knee joint. Open, no arms, one arm, or both arms towards the ceiling. Bring the head back onto the chair. Drop the foot back, come into warrior two, and look out over the fingertips of that outstretched hand. Release the hands down, draw the leg in, then come back to center. Just find your seated mountain for a moment. Take a nice deep breath, and let's bring the hands up to cactus. Walk the legs out to a V. Stretch the left leg out, take the left hand inside, and bring the left hand down inside. Inhale, draw the leg in, draw the hand back up, and stretch out on the other side, twisting towards our left side. Inhale, come back up to center, draw the leg in, and we'll do a little standing work before we wrap up our practice for today. So coming up to standing, let's face the back of our chair. So let's, facing the back of our chair, resting the hands on the back of the chair, back the feet away. Bend the knees slightly, stretch out, draw the shoulder blades back, and breathe here. Let's turn the right toes out to the side and step the left foot in towards the chair. Straighten the chair side, the leg that's forward towards the chair, and then bend the knee in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Draw the tailbone down, firm up that pelvic floor, and lift the arms up for warrior 1. Straighten the leg, lift the back heel, step both feet back to meet, bend the knees, and find chair down dog. Now turn the left toes out, step the right toes in, straighten and bend the knee in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lift the arms up for warrior 1. Release the hands onto the chair, lift the back heel, drag the foot back and come in to our chair downward dog, remembering to bend the knees as much as you need to release the strain on the lower back. Let's walk the feet in towards the chair. Come up to standing. Press the chair side foot into the floor. Lift the heel on the outside foot. And now come to the version of tree pose that's most stable and most sustainable for you today. So we're building our sustainable forest. That might be ankle or heel to ankle to calf, or up onto the inner thigh. Breath here. Breathing. And release on this side. Shake it out. Either turn around or move your chair. And now press the chair side foot in. Lift the outside heel. Come to the ankle, the calf, or up onto the thigh. Bring the hands to heart center. And perhaps you might open the arms towards the sun. Draw the hands back to heart center. Release. And shake things out here. Let's flip our chairs back. Come to seated. And come back to our seated mountain pose. And so hopefully you haven't forgotten our chair yoga affirmation. So starting our late summer practice, I think it's a good day to do our chair yoga affirmation. So unfortunately, we can't hear each other, as it always has, I think, a really good effect when we're able to hear each other, but we'll just imagine each other's voices. So taking a nice deep breath in. Beginning, I am the mountain. I am stable, strong, and secure. I am the mountain. I am stable, strong, and secure. I am the mountain. I am stable, strong, and secure. Let's take the legs into a V, bring the block into the center of the V, inhale the arms overhead, tilting, folding at the crease of the hips, fold into the center of the V. Let's bring the hands onto the block or the floor. Turn your thoughts inward. Begin to slow the breath. Take one more full breath here. Inhale, come up. And let's walk the feet back in towards center. Interlace the fingers and let's draw the right knee in. Release the right knee. Draw the left knee in. And release the right knee. Just let the legs gently sway from side to side. And when the knees come to the left, let's twist towards our right side. Inhale here, and the knees come over to the left or to the right and twist left. Draw the knees back into center. Make any adjustments that you need. Grab a drink before we come into final relaxation. So we can slide back in our chair. Try and keep the seat towards the back of the chair so that the weight is still supported on the sit bones or on the seat rather than slouching into the back of the chair. Savor that drink if you're rehydrating. Find whatever you need to stay warm and cozy during final relaxation and begin to let go of the breath. Let the breath slow right down. Relax the feet. Relax the lower legs. Relax the thighs. And as we come to the trunk, to the mid-body, notice any sensations, any feelings, any leftovers from that core work we did. Notice if there's just a slightly greater awareness to the core. Relax the area. But try to carry that awareness after the practice throughout the coming week. Relax the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the neck, the head, the face, the jaw. And as the body relaxes, let the mind find relaxation as well. Remember those thoughts that we parked at the start of our practice. Let them rest there on the whiteboard. Observe the breath becoming very calm and relaxed. Feel the coolness of the air in the room on the skin. And now slowly, mindfully reconnect with the world around you. By deepening the breath, moving the fingers, toes, ankles, and wrists. When you feel ready, shift back towards the front of the chair. Return to seated mountain one final time. Scan the body. And just observe the effect of your practice. Not judging, but observing. Check back with those items you might have put on the whiteboard at the start of the class. And see if you can approach those items with more clarity or cross some of them off the list. Inhale the arms overhead. Draw the hands back to heart center. Thank yourself for making time for this practice. Thank each other for sharing your practice. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. Namaste.